Hi guys, are you ready to make some barbecue chicken pizza from scratch? Pizza is definitely one of those things that is better made at home and much more cost effective. This is one of the many pizzas that I make, and it happens to be one of my daughter's favorites. I usually meal plan every Saturday or Sunday, and I say to the kids, hey, what meals do you want this week? And without fail, Brielle says barbecue chicken pizza. So it's a family favorite, and it is super simple and easy and of course delicious. So stay tuned and watch till the end. So we start with homemade dough. I'm using a mixer. You could do it by hand, you could use a bread maker. So I have 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon of water. And the extra water is just to keep it a more stretchy, flexible, moister dough. Okay, and to that, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, and then 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, and then flour. You can use all-purpose or bread flour. I really don't find that it makes much difference. And we're gonna add 3 cups. And the last ingredient for our dough is active yeast, 2 teaspoons. And that's it, okay? Okay, then you're gonna put your dough attachment and lock it in place and set it to number 2, and you're gonna let this go for about 7 to 8 minutes. Okay, let that go about 8 minutes. Machine does all the work, which is great. It's a nice, smooth ball of dough. I actually cut it in half once it rises and make 2 pizzas out of it. If you like a more Sicilian style crust, then you can use the whole thing, and you're definitely gonna have a thicker crust. So I spray this bowl with some cooking spray to keep it from sticking, and then just knead it a little more into a nice, smooth ball. Beautiful. And pop it back in there, cover with some plastic wrap or put a towel over it, and let it rise for at least 1 hour. Okay, it's good after an hour. If you can go a little bit longer, that's great too. All right, and then I'll be back to show you what we top the pizza with. So for the barbecue chicken topping, I've got a little skillet here. It's nice and warm, so I'm gonna go ahead and put, a couple teaspoons of olive oil. Okay, and then I have some chicken all cleaned and ready. I would say about 3 chicken breasts. I'm using the tenderloins, so I have, 7 or so, but I like these. I just find them more tender than chicken breasts for whatever reason, but anyway. So go ahead and get your chicken in the pan, and then you want to season it with some salt over the top, maybe a 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of salt, about a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, okay? And then we're just gonna let that cook, and then we'll add some barbecue sauce to it shortly. Okay, these have been going for like 3-4 minutes, so it's time to flip. So go ahead and turn your chicken over and use a fork. And at this point, I add some barbecue sauce. Any is good. This is the Sweet Baby Ray's award-winning barbecue sauce. I like it, it's good. So you're just gonna put some over the top of the chicken. I would say about 1/3 of a cup. Okay, you just want it nicely, you just want the chicken nicely coated with barbecue sauce. And then as it continues to cook and it's nice and tender, I just take 2 forks and shred it apart. So we're gonna give it a couple minutes on this side. So yeah, I just take 2 forks and just start pulling it apart. It just breaks apart so well because it's super moist. Okay, so once the chicken is shredded apart, just keep mixing it around to get it all nicely coated with the barbecue sauce. Make sure you don't see any pink on the chicken. If you do, just give it a few more minutes, but this just looks incredible. Okay, and then I'm going to turn that off, set it aside, and show you what happens next. Okay, as you can see, the dough has really risen here. So I'm gonna get it rolled out. A couple hours have passed. All right, so just pull it out. And like I said, I think I said I use, I split the dough and I make 2 pizzas out of it. So this one I'll save for later. Okay, so get a nice clean work area and sprinkle with some flour. Okay, and then get the dough pressed out first into a nice circle. Preheat your oven to 425. Okay, and after I press out as much as I can with my hands, I get the handy dandy rolling pin and I'm gonna roll it into a nice big circle. Sometimes requires a little bit of muscle, but don't give up. Keep rolling, add more flour if you need to, and eventually you'll get a nice big circle. And although it looks super thin, it's gonna puff right up into the perfect crust. Okay, looks big enough. Got my handy dandy old school classic pan here that I'm gonna spray with some cooking. Spray with some cooking spray so it doesn't stick. You can also butter the bottom of it, add some extra flavor. Okay, shake off the extra flour, pop it in the pan. So we're gonna coat the bottom with barbecue sauce. So squirt it all over. Probably about 1/3 cup or so, and then I use the back of a spoon to spread it evenly. Okay, nice. And so after the barbecue sauce, you can go ahead and evenly disperse your cooked chicken all over the top. Next ingredient is finely chopped red onion, which I've already diced. I used half of a red onion. Okay, I left a little behind just because I don't want it too strong in onion flavor. All right, and then we're gonna get to our cheeses. So I'm gonna sprinkle a light dusting of Parmesan first, followed by a layer of shredded cheddar cheese. Okay, probably about a half a cup. And then shredded mozzarella. Okay, nice and cheesy. All right, so this beautiful work of art is gonna go in the oven. Like I said, 425 for probably 12 to 15 minutes. You want the cheese to be nice and bubbly, turning brown, crust crispy, and then once we pull it out, we're gonna top it with finely chopped fresh cilantro, which is like the key ingredient. All right, so I will be back. One tasty looking pizza. And you know, you can use a prepared crust. You don't have to make it from scratch, obviously, if you want to save time. Most grocery stores have ready-made dough balls, or you know, you can do baboli crusts. Anyway, the toppings are great. So to finish this off, I ended up baking this around 15 minutes. To finish it off, sprinkle with fresh cilantro. If you don't like fresh cilantro, leave it off, but we are pretty obsessed here. It's so good, one of my favorite fresh herbs. And there you have it. Barbecue chicken pizza, looking delicious, smells amazing. Go out and make it. Let me know how it turns out. Please share this video with your friends and hit the like button. Go out and have a great day.